Okay, so my name is Walter. You could consider me the lead developer on this project. We jumped between a couple different ideas. It was a little bit stressful earlier in the evening. It wasn't until this morning that we finally decided on Scrappy Bird, which is kind of like a multiplayer, more inclusive twist on the famous game Flappy Bird. The word Scrappy kind of comes in from a lot of the Y Combinator videos we've been watching. We've been doing a lot of research on like what makes an idea good, what makes an idea good, like what helps you pivot, how do you move forward, a sticky idea, something that when you hear about it, it's like, how has this not been implemented yet? But also boring ideas. Flappy Bird is not the most original, but it works. So for the game design, we kind of started with a Unity tutorial because we tried to go a little bit too advanced at the start and build our own things and use old projects of mine and stuff like that, and it didn't work. So we started simple, we built Flappy Bird, and from there we added on the multiplayer aspect, split screens, and then we added in the Matter, the framework. My main goal with the code was to move fast, but also to write it in such a way that it was optimized and clean. That way I could look back at it and say, okay, this makes sense, here's where I was going. I don't know.
Yeah. Like your machine thing, what was that? The state machine.
Oh yeah. So I noticed that it was kind of a complex. It was kind of difficult to organize the state of the program, and I haven't worked on Unity projects in a long time, but I've done a lot of React, and so I ended up building my own state machine for both the player and the game to kind of manage what actions should happen when, which UI element should be present when, all that type of stuff, and it really streamlined the development process and made what we have possible. Press J will join the two players. The split screen dynamically generates the more players you add, so you can just add a bunch. These scale, and you can leave.